Today, we'll cover our next set of word parts. In this case, we'll have roots as always. We'll also focus on suffixes. So get ready for word parts, part 4. Before moving further, let's review our terms so we're sure. Remember, first we have roots. Roots are our original word, the one we start with. It gets a suffix added to it. Then we have our suffixes. Suffixes are different from prefixes. They get added to the end of a root word and change its meaning. Today, we have two suffixes to learn and use. We have and ment. These are likely familiar to you. Means a person who performs an action like a teacher or a wrestler. Our second suffix is ment. This suffix means an action or the result of an action. Examples would be abandonment or management. Today's suffixes do something very specific. We'll be adding them to the end of verbs, which, as you know, are action words. When we add these suffixes to verbs, they will transform them into nouns, which are a person, place, thing, or idea. Trust me, it'll all make sense once we look at some examples. Let's get started with those examples. Here's an easy verb for our root word. Move. You know what move means. It pretty much explains itself. Let's add our first suffix to the end, We know that means a person who performs an action, so our new word is mover. Move was a verb. Now it's a noun because it's a person. Let's reset things now and go back to move as a verb. Then we add our second suffix, ment, to the end. Ment is an action or the result of an action. It changes the verb, move, to the noun, movement. In this case, the noun is the idea of things moving. Next, let's try a more challenging verb as our root word. We'll use employ. Employ is a verb that means to work. Now let's add our first suffix, to get the word employer. We know that means a person who performs an action. Your employer is the person who makes you work. Since your employer is a person, it is a noun. Just like before, adding this suffix turned the verb into a noun. Let's backtrack again and go back to the verb employ. Adding our second suffix, ment, to the end creates the word employment. Employment is the idea of work. If you have employment, you have work. Since it's now an idea, it's a noun. It couldn't be simpler. Now that we've done a couple of examples, head to the Google Classroom and work on your new roots and suffixes assignment for the day. Good luck.